Hey guys, guess who's back? Out in the dark. Me. When your son well, he didn't call. When your son texts and say that he forgot his inhaler at work, you grab his inhaler. So I ran down to Tasha's, got the inhaler, and now I have to drive for, it's gonna be about an hour. So I figured I'd just start a little car vlog. But first, I am picking up a coffee before I do this. So it is 7:30 at night. So I was just getting ready to settle down, and I got the text. So away we go. You might hear, oh, actually I have to put it on here. You might hear my phone updating for directions. I have never driven there, so I don't know where I'm going, but
in a quarter mile, turn right onto New Boston Street.
I don't know. I'll turn that down for now because hopefully it won't come over the video. I'll check that out when I pick up my Dunkin', because I don't want it blaring in your ear. So, but yeah, it's look how dark it is at 7:30, and it's also raining. But hey, this is what you do for family. This is what I always say. You look out for one another. You help each other. So it's just gonna keep redirecting me until I get on the route. However, I need a cold brew to stay away because I am a little tired. But it is what it is, right guys? So how's everyone doing? I've been thinking about Erin a lot. I can imagine, you know, what she's enduring and going through, and when you lose a family member, you know, it's so difficult. We never want to see them suffer, you know, it's just how it is. You know, and that's a lot of times, it just makes me wonder how our friend is dealing with this stage 4 cancer that metastasized to her bones and the pain, yet she doesn't complain about the pain. She doesn't, I don't know, there's no hospice. There's just so many things, guys. And I'm sure Erin's mother's cancer journey, I bet you, was a lot different. You know, Jerry's given us the stories about they're not bed sores. Jerry's given us the story that, you know, it was all from first the immune therapy, then the chemotherapy, then the brace. I think she's sticking with the brace one right now. And guys, I look like crap. Capital crap. I just got done washing my face and was getting ready to oil up my face when I got the text. So it's all natural after being up for hours. I had gotten up quite a bit last night. I even set alarms to get up because I wanted to make sure I moved to not stiffen up. So I've actually been awake since about 5:45 this morning. It's been a long day, but you know what? I'm so happy I did that because I don't feel horrible. The pain level is where it's always at, right about a 5. I'm a little stiff, but not like I could have been. I could have been pretty rough. So I'm blessed with that. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, I was talking about the immune therapy and, you know, how someone just, she's never been hospitalized, guys. She's never gotten a blood clot. The only thing I can think of for that matter would be that she was never that physical, that her body is used to not moving. Like I said, you know, my son had gotten a blood clot in his leg for just 2 days in ICU for laying, you know. Hey, what can you say? I'll turn these off a minute. Hopefully they still have cold brew. Let's see. Oof. Hi, can I please get a large cold brew with the shots of vanilla, Splenda, and cream? That's it. Thank you. I actually still have a little bit left from when Tasha brought me the coffee. I'll be throwing this out, actually. So, I haven't drank a whole lot, but I've drank my grape water and such. Let me scan my thing. All right, I just threw out the cup. Let's get this party started. Let's see how it is. Delicious. I certainly didn't want to get on that. Get halfway down there and then not, how do I say, have it tasting horrible. So there we go. Okay. So I don't think you guys can hear it because it's going through my radio. So let's hope. But, all right, so, yeah, and another thing where I'm totally at a loss is, you know, many cancer patients lose weight. She has stage 4 kidney cancer, yet her kidneys function at 100%. Per Jerry, not per me. She also states that, you know, she don't know if that's how the combined kidneys together. That's not how they do it. It just isn't. They don't. It's your kidney function. My kidneys do not function at 100%. So how a woman that is, 50, what is she now, 54? Maybe 54? Or 50, whatever she is, I don't know. How do her kidneys function at 100% with a tumor that was a large size, she stated, in that kidney? I, again, don't understand. I get chemo is hard on the body. I get that. You have two choices. You prolong your life. Some people can, because kidney cancer is, you know, different, like a breast cancer or something. You could prolong your life by taking medication and helping yourself, because she did have shrinkage at one point, if you recall. And her tumors that she stated on her spine had like turned to bone. I forgot the word she used. But how does this happen? You know? And then how does it happen that she has several holes in her spine? I just, you know, then she wonders why people question. It's what you're putting out there. It's what you're saying. Cancer is no joke. It's horrible. Horrible. She's got no home health aid. She's not doing treatment, yet she's not on chemo at all. The best thing for kidney cancer usually is immune therapy. She's not doing that at all. She went through radiation. She has done no other radiation. Yet she wants to, you know, take over Sally's home. And, you know, there's assumable mortgages. With an assumable mortgage, you can look it up. You have to qualify. You have to have a credit check. You have to be within good credit standing. Anyone could look that up. I'm not lying. It's the truth. So, you help me understand that. And someone had put in my comments that, you know, did you watch the Rebecca? It was all about dieting. Yeah, did you watch it? It's all about dieting with processed food. Like, no, you were offered a nutritionist. Why haven't you seen a nutritionist that you were supposed to see? You've been offered physical therapy, yet you said Medicaid. They told you Medicaid is slow pay, so you'd have to pay out of pocket. No, that's just ridiculous. ridiculous. The thing is, she would be held accountable to do all these things. She would have to put forth the effort and use her spoons to do this. See, she didn't like it when she was in the hospital because they made her do these things. They held her accountable. And at home, nobody holds her accountable. You know, she overruns Jim and Sally. It's not her place, you know what I mean? Sally don't need to hold that woman accountable for anything except maybe rent, maybe paying your own phone bill, maybe paying your own internet, maybe paying your own service for your watch that your husband don't never wear. You can go back, go look at his vlogs, go look at his lives. He does not have his watch on. He may have utilized it when he was working. However, he don't utilize it now. Unreal. That's why people get upset, Jerry. That is why. Because what you say doesn't make any kind of sense. Like, you are going to show your cancer journey. You are going to be the best patient your doctor had ever seen. How's that working out for you? Like I was trying to tell you, just take a couple extra steps each day. That's all I was trying to say. Nothing mean, help yourself. Nobody can take your steps for you. Nobody can. You have to have a, what do you call it? An advisor or some type of social caseworker with your kidney cancer. That they assign you one. They work together, all the doctors. That's why people think that you're making a mockery of cancer, because you choose joy. You know how many people choose joy in their life? Plenty. I choose joy in my life. Man. You know, I've always wanted, I said to you, I'll do a live with you. I'll sit there and talk. You went over me on that day and you said it was my internet. Sweetheart, it was your internet. My internet was fine. Mine wasn't cutting up. Yours was cutting up because if you go back and listen, you could hear me just fine. You're cutting me out. Like it wasn't my internet that day. It was yours. I believe I turned up here. These roads are completely pitch black, as you can tell. Now, could you see Jim or Jerry doing this for one another? Nope, I couldn't. I could see her saying, well, you better come home and get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, thought so. So yeah. And you have to be careful because of, on the road, when the road is wet, the leaves can be very slippery. Turn on my high beams. Yeah, so you know, she got upset, you know, when Jim wanted to be to work or didn't want to do the store thing early, and she didn't understand that. Well, maybe you don't understand it. When was the last time you actually, you know, worked at a job besides your YouTube? How many years ago was that? How long did you last at the 911 center? How was it? Just a day? Was it a week? Was it a month? Why did you not do well at that? That's a job that you just sat. You didn't have to do anything. Yeah, with the postal job, sure, you had to use your van. You do what you have to do. Like, okay. Now there's what these deliveries, I don't even know because I really don't get anything, but the only thing that's ever really been gotten is the Walmart delivery. But there's, people earn money off of doing the deliveries. I can't think right now, and I'm sorry. I'm sure you all are saying the name of it right to the phone or the TV, whatever, but Jim could have been doing that. But yeah, that's wear and tear on your van. I don't see Jim really running a cash register as far as like a mini mart that is very busy. There's no factories there. There's no type of, like, there's light factory work all over here. And then there's heavy factory work. I mean, I don't understand. You don't want him to work more than part-time because it will affect your check, but yet it would do him good in the long run for when he does want to retire. Heck, now that he's in his 50s, excuse me, he at least needs 20 years, like, and he's not going to get a pension. They did away with pensions, which I'm so thankful my one job had a pension. So thankful. I don't know. You know, Jerry's been semi-retired for how many years now? And then, if you recall, Jerry had said Jim wants to retire early. How do you retire early when you've worked part-time and you're not steady? Like, the college was one of the best jobs probably for him. But maybe that's what affected your Social Security. Another thing, you get SSI for being legally blind, but you didn't lose your driver's license. You make that make sense to me. You weren't getting SSI all along. They didn't approve you for your stage 4 cancer, but they approved you for you being legally blind. Please. Makes sense. You know, people had thought years ago that you had been on Social Security from what you said, not me. Now I'm beginning to wonder, were you? Who knows? Because you can't really get the whole truth out of you. Just saying. They are going after people for the PPP loan, so I seen that. Hope your name is never chosen, because you said you had employees and such, and you have your hauls where you were just pulling in groceries, and it was meant, yeah, you know what it was meant for. You know everything. Hey, at least you did the floors. Jim was down there like a trooper, dragging himself all over those floors with a bad back. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine being able to sit cross-legged with a bad back like that? Wow. Jim, you're pretty limber. That's kind of funny. But, yeah, you are pretty limber, Jim, and you would scoot yourself with your arms to move to a different place, and I don't know, guys. But let me just focus on this driving for now, and I'll continue it in a little bit. All right, I am on my way back home. I did find it. It took a minute to locate his vehicle in the parking lot, being it's so dark, and you guys know, I've told you time and time again, I can't identify vehicles real quick. It is 8:25 right now, so I don't know, I'm probably about 15 minutes out from my house, I think. So I was just thinking about some of my comments earlier that I approved, and Barb had a good point. She had said about, you know, college students, and what about, you know, if there's any jealousy, because, you know, you don't know if it would be a male, you know, college student or female. If it was a female, I think Jerry could very well get jealous. I don't think a male being in the house would make Jim jealous. I don't know why. Also, what I was thinking too, with when you rent room to college students, one, they do like to party, right? Two, usually when you rent a room, you share the house as well, like the common grounds of the house, the living room, the kitchen, and such. So I don't know how that would work out. I know after 30 days, if anything happens, it would be a hard, like, you know, to evict. There'd have to be like valid grounds, not just because like you don't like somebody or you don't get along with somebody. So there's a lot to think about as well. I don't know about the part with it being a VA loan, if it's like assumable. So that came to my mind as well. Guys, I've gone through some pretty thick fog tonight, let me tell you. So I did focus on driving, just to let you know, that's why. But I'm going to finish this up here in a few minutes. I was trying to think, there was something else. You know, people have also pointed out with the stage 4 cancer, with needing certain types of things that, you know, Jerry says, oh, they won't approve it, or, you know, no, they denied it. Like, you've got to be the only patient that they've had to deny things with. It just kind of like you got an excuse for everything for not working out, like needing the extra money for the tape and the bandages. Well, I think this is my thought. You don't want them to know how bad those sores are. I think maybe wound care probably would be the only ones that see it. I don't see you showing your doctor regularly. You don't really go to the doctor regularly, let's admit that. Now, when you choose to do no treatment, because someone had mentioned that is familiar with cancer and everything and how everything works, because you went to the trial or were referred to the trial, that your oncologist would just therefore maybe perhaps do a port flush. I don't know. I can't answer that. If that's the case, then, and you're seeking no treatment, then I guess all bets are off. Like, they're not gonna do any other type of things for you to keep an eye on it, right? I'd want to know, you know, good news or bad news. I would want to know what is growing in my body, what is not growing in my body, what has, you know, has it progressed, has it not progressed? Yeah, I'd really want to know, you know, but Jerry knows her body, so, you know, just like she said she was gonna, you know, NED, she said that for some time. I don't really hear her talking about NED any longer. I'm not sure why. You know, and then someone questioned there too, you know, with her having the stage 4, you know, that's metastasized and all these difficult times, like, where's her family? You know? Where's your best friend? Like, no visits, nothing. No visits, I think, for well over a year. And we all get vacation time. Then you got one that...
turn right onto Lakeport Road.
Then you got one that works for the school district. Wouldn't the school district love to know some things? Be careful. Just be careful. I believe I turn here. It's it's hard because it's so dark, and normally, you know, I'm not driving in the dark like this, and I've never been to where my son works. That was the first time going there. So I'll tell you what, I felt a little lost. Like, the roads look so different at night, and then in the rain too, you know. I just seen... What is this? I believe it's just in here. This... Wow, I'm not familiar with this road. This is a total different road. I've never been on it before. I was going to keep going straight, actually. See, it's a good thing to have the maps, because, yeah, I would have went a totally different way. Trying to see some of the landmarks to see if I've ever seen them before, and no, not at all. But anyways, so it's not going to be too much longer. I just figured I'm out driving, and that's when my mind starts really thinking. I'm actually going to go home, and I think I have a couple dishes to do. I've already taken care of my cat litter today, well, this evening. Wow, it's foggy. And they have been fed, they had their treats. So when I go home, I'll just give them some, they get some dry kibble, like in their bowls overnight. And pretty much that's it for me. He was so thankful though. When I had texted him, I'm like, I'm there, but I can't find your car. He didn't respond back right away. Then all of a sudden I spotted it, that Chevy. And I got out, parked my car and looked, and the car seats, all three of them were in there. I'm like, yeah, that's his. So I texted him and let him know that his inhaler was in his cup holder. And he's like, thank you so much. Thank you. That's so nice. I mean, it's just all about doing kind things. Wow. So, I don't know. And then, you know, the whole diet thing and doing that with Rebecca. I look forward to seeing who she is going to collaborate with on her main channel for crafts. I mean, maybe she'll get back to the old Jerry, right? Will it be a cleanup and organization of the craft room again? How many videos do you have of that? After all those videos and then you not being in there for months on end, you would think that craft room would be spotless. Remember, you got rid of a lot when you had that yard sale, so that should really be minimized. I don't believe you ever showed it like you said you were. Also, your grocery haul was never done. Jim's cooking video was never done. I never personally met, but never seen two people who don't work and are supposedly having this, and that to do, and there's nothing. Wow, high beams are worse on this road. So I don't get it. You would think that they have the time, that they would do the things. Yeah. I know it must have been hard raising you as a child. I could definitely say that. You know, and you've sat and criticized your mother, for God's sakes. Like, let her rest in peace. Jim has criticized his mother terribly, terribly. And he lives in the house with her. That angers me, not gonna lie. Like, the amount of disrespect. In their 50s. Like, come on. Guys, this is a totally different road. It's like an old country road or something. As you see, there's absolutely no lights whatsoever on these roads. My back is on fire. It's just from sitting in the car for like an hour. Well, over an hour. Because I think I left at 7:30 something. It's now 8:35, so this is a long video. I'm sorry, guys. I really am. I just try to figure out things, you know, with the Rebecca, with the diet and the processed food and the diabetic, and, you know, thinking insulin can cure, you know, eat whatever you want to your heart's desire because you could take a shot of insulin. Well, you would think you'd want to do like some type of diet so you could get lower and lower on your dosage of insulin, you know? But I know I was very concerned about mine when they said that I was going to have to go on insulin. Very concerned. And let me tell you, I made a whole lifestyle change because I did not want to end up insulin dependent. That was a scary thought. It took a couple of years before I got off the metformin too. But it's how we want to help ourselves. Now I have like even a stronger reason. Like, I've got grandchildren. I would love to see them at least graduate from high school. You know, I'm already 62. Trey is only a year old, so, you know, who's to say? 18 years? You know, that's what. Holy cow, is that a turn? Wow. Let's see where this is. I think I've heard of this road before. So what would I be, like 88? I don't know. I didn't even figure it out in my head. 62 plus 18. 90? Wow. So, you know, you never know. I might be the crypt keeper. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this vlog. I think I am close to home. It's just the total back route of this.
In a quarter mile,
Right, let's see.
left to stay on Indian Opening
No,
Road.
stand.
Indian Opening Road.
All right, we'll keep left. I don't know if you can hear that if it's blaring across. But if it is, I do apologize for that. All right, guys. So until later, you know me. I'll be back. I'm sorry this was such a dark vlog, but it is pitch black out. Keep left. It's a turn. Holy smokes. All right, guys. So until later, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.